Like, how do you come about like writing? Like, how do you come up with your concepts?
Um, Mostly just thinking. And like I like to have like a beat, you know what I'm saying, before like I, you know what I'm saying, so I can get like the flow get a vibe from the beat and just put my flow to the vibe that I'm getting. And also like it's mostly like just thinking, like I'll be thinking over and over and I even say stuff, but if it don't sound right to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm like the type of person that on the first thing I write, you know what I'm saying, that's to go with like every time. Like I'll keep writing something over and over and I keep saying it if it don't sound like, you know what I'm saying? Like if it ain't up to my best, you know what I'm saying, stuff that I think I can write, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be like, nah, I don't like that, you know what I mean, I'll take it out, start over or whatever, you know what I'm saying. I did that plenty of times, and I guess maybe it's working out because, you know what I'm saying, people are saying, yo, your rhymes is getting better, and you know what I'm saying, yeah, they like the flow.
We heard that you have 9 songs.
15, y'all late.
15
Yeah,
already?
yeah. You slow, man. You got 15 now, and I'm ready for them. Yeah.
And so, how come you went back so quickly, and how did you get them done so fast?
What happened was, I usually make an album a year since '96, since Reasonable Doubt. Always put out an album. I always have. I mean, if you listen to any one of my albums, it's just the emotion and what I felt during that time. You know what I'm saying? So, I had a lot going on, so I had a lot to write about. You know, I went in the studio one day. I made 7 songs. That goes to show you, like my music is what's going on in my life. You know what I'm saying? So that one day I made 7 songs, and from there it was just like it just was like spilling, just spilling. Now we up to 15. I don't know. I might make 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they said that, you said that you felt like other rappers were trying to infringe on your reign. Was that like why you
Nah, it's not that. It's like it's more so. Everyone goes through that. You know, when you're on top of the game, or when you're on top of your game, um, you got to go through that. Everyone is frustrated. Everyone wants to be in your position. I mean, it's ambition, and that's what rap is built on. And what it does to me, like I don't know if it does to other people when they was in this position. What it does to me, it makes me want. It makes the competitive spirit come out. I'm ready to do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So, um, it just gives me fire. You know.
So can you tell us about any of the songs? You wrote 7 in one day. What were they about, or anything like any one song?
A lot of the songs, it's like, I mean, just everything that's going on. One song is about called H to the Izzo. That might be the first single, which is sick. It's life in general. So if anything, like anything that you know that's going on in the past year is definitely gonna be included in that album. You know what I mean?
Um,
Secret Society.
and when do you plan to release it? Do you know yet?
I'm gonna try to hold off until November 20th. Like I'm like go like a week before Thanksgiving, but it's ready now. So I don't know if I could wait that long. You know what I'm
November
saying?
20th is a long time.
Huh?
November's a long time.
Yeah, it's a long way away.
Yeah. And then just
yeah.
quickly, you have tour plans?
Um,
Is there you had talked about a tour with R. Kelly and
yeah, but we couldn't get that off the ground. It was just so many different things, so many people involved. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we get to go out, we get to do some dates together and perform the records that we got together. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to do an album with Dude. You know what I'm saying? We definitely was talking about it, so who knows, man?
yeah, but nothing definite yet.
No.
What it is, running it down on these niggas. Sex, drugs, money, and murder, my nigga. You know how we get it, my nigga. Still be painting them bitches, my nigga. Ripping that raw and fucking your bitches. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. 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 Niggas, they never gon' hurt you. Niggas, they never will hurt you. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. Sex, drugs, money, and murder.
Got the traps right, understand how to get that. Ran down on them niggas with a flip back, new and
It's your boy Fabolous I. This video right here, I'm gonna talk about Blueprint and Ghetto Fabolous. 2 classic albums. Dropped on the same day, September 11, 2001. I remember it like it was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Both dudes from Brooklyn. Best style to be exact. And they dropped both of their albums on the same actual day, and that was very unheard of like the same artist, like the same artist from the same, like I wouldn't even say the same type of artist, but for the same album dropping on the same day. Now, as I look back, and I'm gonna be honest with you, back then I was not a huge fan of Blueprint, but Blueprint was alright. It was alright. It wasn't like my favorite album. I liked it, you know, the records like Girls, Girls. Song Cry was cool, but I liked it because of the video. All I Need was a good record, even though he stole that from Non Brigade. You know what I'm saying? Another great record off that album. Hardest City was cool, but I really liked it. The Rulers Back a little bit. That was tough. That was a good record. The Rulers Back. What's another joint that was like I was really fucking with heavy? Jigga That Nigga's my shit. I ain't gonna lie. That was a good record. There was a couple good joints on it. To think back onto the whole like catalog of the album. Production, you know, you had Timbaland, you had Swiss. Swiss wasn't even on that album. You had, I remember that was Bank. You had Timbaland. You had Kanye, and I think Pharrell was. I think the Neptunes was on that album. I gotta remember. It's been so long, but that album right there, you know, dropping Durman and Nas beef. You know, everybody knows the Takeover record. Everybody was checking for. Cause of the Nas beef and him dissing Mobb Deep and Nas. Was different from his other albums, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have Bleak on it, he didn't have Beans on it, you know what I'm saying? Like he had on Dynasty and Volume 3 and, you know, in Volume 2 and Volume 1. He had no really crazy guest features on there. Majority of the records was him just by himself. It in my opinion, right? It wasn't my favorite J album. You know what I'm saying? Because I liked the Blueprint too. I didn't really care for Blueprint 1. It was an okay album. I think that's the album that really like made Jay-Z. Okay? That album made Jay-Z. Jay-Z wouldn't be who he is as an artist if it wasn't for that album. Him linking up with Kanye, him linking up with Just Blaze, you know what I mean, with the You Don't Know, him linking up with Bink, which he worked with Bink before, but him linking up with Bink, you know what I'm saying, you know, he had track masters on there, but he didn't have that much track masters joint. But him, you know, getting with Kanye, getting with Just Blaze, getting with Bink, that gave him his style. And then I think No ID's even on that album. So yeah, getting with those dudes, you know what I'm saying, basically is what gave Jay-Z his style, you know, for the rest of his other albums, the other projects that came after that. When I'm talking about like the Black Album, you know, even Blueprint 2 for a certain extent. But, you know, it gave Jay-Z his identity for Blueprint, you know, and that was the album that really made Jay-Z. I'm gonna be honest with you, because before then he was just taking other niggas shit, you know what I'm saying, rhyming on the beats that other niggas was doing, and really he didn't have a sound, he didn't have a signature sound, you know, it was other niggas' sounds that he was, you know, basically trying to get his shit off, you know, with him working with, you know, Just Blaze and Kanye, they gave him a signature style, you know, Guru and No ID and, you know, dudes like that, they get in Bink. They gave him a signature style. That soulful, heavily sample-driven sound. That's what they gave him. You know, that's what they gave him. But, you know, I really didn't really like. That was the only Jay-Z album that I didn't get. Was Blueprint. I heard it, but I never was fiending for it. You know what I'm saying? There was only a couple records that sold me, and the rest of the joints on there didn't. You know, even to this day, the album still don't sell me. Like, there's a couple joints on there, but it's like it's a bunch of hit and misses I can live without. But here's my thing, right? Eminem did kill Jay-Z on Renegade. Let's just be honest. I'm gonna be technically honest. Em killed him on Renegade. You know, his best songs on there, like I said, was, you know, Breathe Easy, but it wasn't on the album, was his best record. You know, Jigga That Nigga was a good record. That's one of my favorites. Ruler's Back was a good one. You know, like I said, All I Need, I like All I Need, but he took that record from Non-Brigade. I love Song Cry to a certain extent. Never Change was a good record. I ain't gonna front. Never Change was a good record. That's one of my whole, you know, Ola Jovito. That was a good record. H to the Izzo was my shit. I ain't gonna front. Girls, Girls, Girls was my shit. I like Girls, Girls, Girls. He got Biz Markie, Q-Tip, and Slick Rick on the hook. And then the second one, with Michael Jackson was on there, part 2. That was another classic. They could sleep on that record. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was a good album. But in my opinion, I'm gonna have to go with Fab. And I'm gonna tell you why I went with Fab album. And why Fab album, in my opinion, was a classic. And niggas forget that was like the best sounding, sonically the best album that came out at September 11th. I mean, niggas love Jay-Z, but let's keep it real, man. Y'all niggas saying Jay-Z album, Blueprint, but niggas wasn't going that crazy for Jay-Z Blueprint. Let's keep it real. It was niggas going crazy, but niggas wasn't going OD crazy. You know, Fab was that nigga. We not gonna sit here and act like Fab wasn't that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you why I love Ghetto Fabolous over Blueprint. You had records like Keeping It Gangsta. Youngin was that shit. You hear me? Youngin was that shit. That was the motherfucking record. The Harlem Shake record. Niggas got busy on the dance floor. That record was going crazy the summer 01 and 2002. Then you had, you know, my shit. I ain't gonna front. My shit, I can't deny it. With him and Nate Dogg, come on, my nigga. You know, you had the record Traded All, which he went later did with Diddy. You had Take You Home, which was another good record I loved off the album. There's some great album cuts on there. I'm talking about Click and Spark. I'm talking about Ride for This with Ja. I'm talking about Get Right. I'm talking about Right Now, Later On. I'm talking about Get Smart. I'm talking about My Be Easy. I'm talking about Bad Guy. I'm talking about Gotta Be a Thug. If They Want It. Like, come on, my nigga. That album was a straight, street, banging album. Straight, street, banger album. And it had success. It had success. Niggas don't understand. It debuted number 4. But it had success and it went platinum. You know what I'm saying? It went platinum. Fab did his thing with Ghetto Fabolous. Ghetto Fabolous, in my opinion, is a slept on album. And a lot of niggas don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to front. Jay-Z, the reason why Jay-Z dropped Blueprint early was because the album was going to get bootlegged on the street. You know what I'm saying? Because it was records was going to get bootlegged. Now, he had some records on there that got left off the album, like Get Your Shit Off. There was a couple joints that was like left off there early this morning, was supposed to be on Blueprint. It was a couple records that was like some good records that got left off there. I ain't gonna front. But in my opinion, production wise, I think motherfucking Fab had it. You know what I'm saying? I think Fab niggas love Blueprint. Like I tell people, they loved it because of the whole Jay and Nas beef. And niggas bought the album because of the Takeover record. And records like, you know, Song Cry, Girls, Girls, Girls. H to the Izzo, which was big records. But in my opinion, when we go back, Fab had nothing but radio bangers off that whole motherfucking Ghetto Fabolous album. And I'm talking about joints like I Can't Deny It. I'm talking about joints. Like I said, man, that album is a classic album. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Fab, the way Fab came in the game, you know, off of doing Flex album, doing Clue, being on the Clue tapes, you know, and then basically doing the Lil Mo record, that blew him up. So with him doing that first album, it took it to the next level. Where I'm gonna keep it real. In my opinion, I feel like Fab had it. And I feel like to this day, I feel like if you listen to Fab's album front to back, it's just a better album than Blueprint. You know what I'm saying? Sonically, beat wise, Fab did it better than Jay. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like he did it better than Jay. That first album, Ghetto Fabolous, was a classic. You know what I'm saying? Them records still go off to this day. You know what I'm saying? Niggas say what they want, but a lot of niggas don't know the whole blueprint. And niggas need to stop capping. They only know the hit singles. You know what I'm saying? You could play any song off of motherfucking Ghetto Fabolous. Everybody know it. Fab that nigga. So I'm gonna definitely take Fab over Jay. Looking back 20 years later. Just keeping it real. It's your boy Fabolous I.